Hi, we're going to do something a little crazy. We're going to actually have a reference in the background that actually plays. How? Interesting. The idea of having a background image, no big deal here because it's already a built-in thing. Just turn it on and add an image. And I'll just open up a single image from this sequence. But the thing is, you've got to be in a view that is ortho, okay? And that's fine, but with our object selected, we're going to spin around and we lose the view. Can't see that reference anymore. So the way to get around this is to add a camera. Shift S cursor to center, selection of cursor. Then we're going to change the camera to be the size like HD, 1920, 1080. Then control, well, before I get going, let me go ahead and turn on the screencast key. Control Alt 0. We're now in frame. And for right now, turn off the toolbar so it can have enough space to get started here. Okay. Now, what happens is you still lose it when you turn. And that's not good, except we can make it to where the camera stays in frame. Come up here, lock camera to view. Now, we have the reference in the background and it's not moving. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, whatever you want to do. Now, for right now, I'm going to go ahead and leave the background showing the grid because that'll give us some orientation for a second. But now, what if I've got multiples? What if I want to be able to see more than one? Well, having a bunch of little tiny pictures up here might not be that great. But let's see about using the full amount. Something to see here is that actually this is a little stretched, but let's try loading up all those images. And see if it works there. And it's not going to, it disappeared because here in frames, it's 0 through 11, so we need to put a 12. Auto refresh and cyclic. And if we actually scrub through, see how stretched that is? They added this really cool button, fit. And you need to, you can use holding down the shift key and using your mouse, you can move it to the side. Now that is affecting this one, so we would have to shift back. Well, that depends on what you're doing, which pictures you're using. But the interesting thing is now that we have it fit, we can actually use the arrow key to go through all of them. Now this crop button, it kind of works and kind of doesn't. See? So that depends on what your usage is. I like the fit myself. Stretch is okay, but then it distorts everything. So fit right there. Now here I'm going to change this to 12. And if we play, that would give you a headache. So in order to make this work, we're going to come over here, create a custom FPS of 1. Then divide it by 4. Maybe go and make it 8. I don't know if it's going to go any further. Yeah. Nope. It only goes to point. Let's see if this works. I got it at 17.2. Let me just go ahead and make it And let's see how this works, because it should play back slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There you go. Okay. It does play. That gives us something to do. So we can go in sculpt mode. And I'm going to go into Dyn Topo. Hit the pen. End panel on display. Let me go ahead and make that only render. Cleaner. Anyway, now I can sculpt and do whatever. Once we're in the tool, we can probably get rid of a lot of this and go outward with more of a full screen kind of thing. And if you really don't want to play, that's fine. You can just go back to just doing a single. What was it? Yeah, there we go. And get some inspiration there while you're working on in your view. Okay, and that's pretty much it. It's not very complicated, but I want to automate it. The key though is to set up a copy of your images to all have the same name with a 001, 002, 003. I thought I could use the VSE for this, but actually VSE is going to actually crop your image or distort your image based on what your camera settings are, because there's not a so in OS 10 and Windows you can shift select all of the images in a file path and right click and hit rename and change them. In Linux I had to use PyRenamer, but that's it. You rename your images, then you can load them in as an image sequence and you play through them. All right, I hope that helps out somebody, and I'll be working on trying to automate it for myself, because I kind of like using that as a method. Now the key is to actually use references that make sense. I've just randomly grabbed stuff just to show this. All right, y'all have a good one. Thanks.